Actually, I'll be honest. I think that's the way it's been since the
Yeah,
human evolution, and
yeah,
we've have series of occurrences and occasions that we just be like, are leaders actually humans? Do they have that conscience? Do they have that heart to think that, oh, this is actually causing a lot of trouble for people?
yeah,
But then, if we look at it from another side of the coin, we would also be able to see that they're actually being, it's actually a trade-off. And then we would accept that everyone has to fight for his own people.
yeah.
That's how the whole world works. You know, all the histories of the different history. So let me now throw this to you.
Okay.
What do you think is going to be the turnaround at the moment? How do you think, or what's your own idea about how everything, or how do you think an hypothetical mediation, is it possible?
An
Can we
hypothetical
have that?
mediation.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't need to mention the names. I
okay,
know.
so yeah, I really need to be fact checked here,
Okay.
but there was certain time I got some certain information, right, that a particular leader of the world is actually the reason, like single-handedly the reason why um a particular event didn't happen that was meant to like bring peace to a nation that starts with P and I. So but yeah, and I feel like this particular leader is being ignored in a lot of ways. Most especially given the fact that we've seen that like some leaders just like have that affinity for violence.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
And no leader can be supported. We really don't know like what's going on
Behind the scene, I
behind the
think
scenes.
I think what we layman's don't know about politics is that there are a lot going behind the
Yeah, there are
scenes.
lots going.
So apologies, but I think I would just give a, for everyone who knows, the issue of SH that
Okay.
happened in the Middle East. I
Okay.
think there's a lot more that we don't know. When we were kids, they were showing us that, okay, SH was at the positive side. Then when we go up there, we started seeing that it was at the negative side. So regarding politics, I think politics is a very crucial thing, and we should not just jump into
Yeah.
picking sides, and I think that's actually normal for humans. We tend to be very, very
Yeah.
emotional at that.
And let's not forget that as we are being emotional, there are actually some people who want these things to go forward. This is how they make their money.
Definitely,
Yeah.
there are
So
many
like,
war profiteers in the
yeah, their
current
money.
world.
Exactly. So like, it's just a human system. Like, it just happens. Like, and it's been like that since the advent of time. Hopefully, it ends before the end of time. But yeah, to be honest, it's depressing actually. It's very depressing.
Like seriously, and you know, as Muslims, yeah,
Yeah.
one thing that baffles me a lot is that how we are so negligent about the politics around the world. I'm talking about Muslims in general. I
Yeah.
know I'm kind of putting it out to us Muslims. Yeah, we are very, very ignorant about the how politics works itself. So I want to, because I know we've had that conversation one of the days, but we weren't able to complete it in
Okay.
regards the Ottoman Empire and the fall of the Muslim Empire in
Okay.
general. So I'm thinking, is there still a possibility that we can have a, I wouldn't say amalgamation, but something similar of the Muslim countries, especially in the Middle West and other places? Is this still possible? Because being Muslim, I feel it's something that we need a lot.
Mm.
And looking at the propagandas in the different places, I think we Muslims too, we need that kind of body that would, put us together, because it's being a Muslim, to be honest, is not free, and we should not be free, because that's what our religion entails. So, is there still a possibility of that kind of Ottoman Empire, or that kind of body that can bring the countries together? Or what is your own take regarding that?
I mean, like, there's something I famously say, which is something Sultan
Ahmad
Ahmed the
Abdul
last
Hamid Afwan.
Abdul Hamid rather, um he said before he died, right? He did mention that if there's a fall of the Ottoman Empire, which if most people don't know, that's the modern day Turkey. If
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
fall of the Ottoman Empire, um, that will be the fall of every Islamic nation. And I do strongly believe that even though he said this in the 90s, right? I'm talking like
Like
1901,
18th, 18th.
18s, yeah. I think he died before 19th century. I'm sorry, the 20th century.
I think it died early 20th. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
early
about that.
20th.
I'm not sure about that.
But I do believe that different. I do like regarding countries as organizations because to be very honest, they work in a lot of like similar ways. I can
Yes.
explain on the thoughts like later on, but I do think the different Islamic organizations we have in the world, and I mean like countries by that. All
Okay.
right. The reason why I use that organization is because like everybody wants to like do what's best for them.
Definitely.
So like Islam is a religion that preaches brotherhood, right? The whole idea is um even if someone says your brother does this, don't believe them until you see yourself, and even still, you don't have to judge that brother.
Yeah.
Um, but that's not happening, right?
Is it in a political sense or
Yeah, in
from an
political
individual
sense,
perspective?
in political sense, actually,
Okay.
in political sense, because just like Abdul Hamid said, we now have a form of like Islamic organizations and I make countries
Yes.
like that fact because the Middle East is unstable, right?
Yeah.
A
Very,
lot of
very
like
stable.
other stable Islamic countries are trying to like diversify away from that portrayal of who they are. I don't know if you get what I mean. I can't go too much into details,
I think I
but
understand.
yeah,
Basically, they are trying to
nobody is like
adopt other principles
exactly
different from Islamic
different
principles.
from Islamic principles. Like that might be right, right? It works for the country, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it further cripples
Bond.
that bond, right? Because like it further drives enmity, right? I won't have an organization, right? And my people are dying every day, and I have a brother who does nothing about it, and still like be there for that brother in the future.
That can happen,
That
bro.
can happen.
That can
So
happen.
yeah, I don't see the bond growing any further. Um, but
So that's very sad.
yeah, that's very sad, and I feel like what has happened, what we've seen, what we've experienced is just a classic case of something that I believe to happen to religions over time, which is more of like cultural integration with religion. It starts to become a bit cloudy, and and
When care is not taken,
yeah, people start to like lose perspective of what is what.
I think that's actually very valid because not like I'm a scholar, but talking about integration of religion and culture, it's been a very very problematic issue even
Yeah,
among the scholars of Islam, even among the politicians, among the intellectuals. It's
yes,
something that's very very problematic. So I think that actually makes a lot of sense that every religion in the real sense goes through that phase, and we can only but as Muslims try our best to make sure that because we they said Yoruba will say ọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n lọ́gbọ́n sorry ọlọ́gbọ́n ló ń fọgbọ́n ọlọ́gbọ́n ṣọgbọ́n, that a person
um,
that is wise will use the knowledge or the experience of others to work its way through. So I think we as Muslims should use that experience that other faces or other principalities have gone to, and then use it so that we, as the bond is breaking, we can at least find a solution to that. So I think I really appreciate you having you here. I don't know if you have any other thing that you want to share with us before we call it a day.
Yeah, I really do appreciate being here too. It's actually nice having a decent conversation in a while. I think I would love to share that we don't have to be scared of AI taking over our jobs, right? It's just a matter of like doing more, being better, right? We've had an experience like this in the past where people were freaking out,
Getting
right?
computers.
Yeah, with computers, with printing press,
Yes,
and all. So
definitely.
like, the world is meant to evolve, right? Like we can't expect that there'll be a very big breakthrough in quantum computing in a few years time, and we expect to be doing the same binary coding. It just doesn't work. Yeah, so like
So now that you talk about quantum computing, do you have anything? Because the last time I read about quantum computing, I'm not very up to date.
yeah,
I heard that the where we are at now is breaking cryptographic formations. I mean, cryptography is based on large mathematical formulas and
yeah,
things like that. So they said the last update I had was a cryptographic formation that was expected to take around 2,000 years to, break it up. It was
yeah.
broken down by a supercomputer in around, I'm not sure, but in a very short period
I
of time.
mean,
So, just a brief so that we can, round up. What do you think
okay.
about, we have AI problems now, quantum computing. So,
I also
what's your
like
take?
not
What's your take?
totally like updated on the quantum world, but I
Okay.
do know that there was a time I tried to like work
You work on a
work
quantum computer?
yeah, actually like IBM provides this qubit environment,
Wow.
and yeah, you can actually try it out. The goal then was just like adopt as many AI into CF as possible, but
Okay.
like I think the learning curve for me was just a lot, and I was practically going through some personal things then. I think like once I have time, those are things I would love to explore. But like given the last updates I just like got a whiff of, right? Which was the fact that like we scientists designed like a very small quantum computer on itself,
I
a
think
quantum chip. So
I think
like
there is about
yeah,
that.
so like I think that's breakthrough because like we can see that unlike AI, there's more focus on where the focus should be, like optimizing the hardware to get. So like and I think quantum computing might be the next buzzword if AI reaches its peak. So although it's not too certain AI will be at the peak.
Very soon.
But yeah, but I do believe that quantum should be the next buzzword. And that's kind of scary because like if that happens without regulatory compliance and AI ready or anything like that, we'll see a situation where we have like an overdeveloped technology and like
Underdeveloped
a
policies.
trillion, yeah, a trillion policy behind it. So yeah.
I think the world is going
The world is going crazy. So like
going
obviously
extremely
like you have
crazy.
to like really upskill, like get
You
out
have to
there,
develop
learn new
yourself.
skills exactly. Like don't just be confined to like what you know, what you
Yeah.
do. Like look into
You
yourself.
have
There are a lot
to
of things you
you
already
have to be
have.
innovative. You have to be
Yes, you have to be
creative.
innovative with the way
You
you
have to
like
use what
project
you have.
yourself. Exactly.
So don't just sit down there and be
Don't
like
just sit down
I'm
and be like,
comfortable.
yeah,
Even if you are already earning a quite amount of money, it's not just
yeah,
about the money because in the end you just get relegated and then you have no value in
yeah.
the world itself.
For we as humans, it's very easy for us to like push blames and just say that, oh, AI did
Exactly,
this to me.
exactly.
I mean, I
So
do that to
just
myself if I'm
exactly.
not,
So
because like the rate of development of AI itself is like super
it's
fast,
super
and you just
fast.
have to like
And
catch up.
this reminds me of the few years back in software engineering. The issue we were having was too much libraries.
Yeah,
Now they'll develop a new library and say, okay, come and learn this library. You have to. It is needed in the next job, the next
yeah,
technology. Rust is needed. Web assembly is needed. Why? Do I have to learn everything? But now it's now AI. AI this, AI that. So you have to be very, very active in your development. And that's what I do say, that if anyone watching this video is interested in going into software engineering or AI, it's not that you shouldn't go into it, but you have to be very proactive and very active about your learning. You should, at this stage of the word development, you cannot use 6 months to learn software engineering again. I'm being realistic. You have to learn it as fast as possible. Learn 8 hours a day if possible, so that you can cover up so much so fast. So
Because
there's a lot of new development. Exactly. Even I just heard that PHP released PHP 8.5 again. So you just have to work. And Vue 4 is even coming out very soon. So the developments are so numerous, but don't overwhelm yourself. Just put in as much energy as you can and then hope for the best. So I think with this, we've come to the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys for watching till the end and staying with us. I hope you've been able to enjoy and learn one or two things. So see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, guys. Assalamu alaikum.